Boom. I like to say boom. Hello, let's go, New York. I'm still riding the high and the celebrations of the championship victory. But you know what's amazing is each one of us has a champion in us. You know, we get so excited and we see teams winning and all this stuff, but each one of us has a championship in us. And that's what we forget. We think it's for the other people. Each one of you is a champion. Each one of you has gone through the resilience, the fighting, and the scratching to make it through another day. And that is a champion. You have gone through the struggles, the downs, the dips in the season, the highs in the season. And regardless of the score, you are a champion. And we forget and we think that it's for other people. Oh, look what they're doing. Look what they've won. But the truth is, if you're awake, if you're alive, let me check. You got a pulse? Oh, I got a pulse. I'm a champion. I got a pulse. I'm a winner. And, you know, I've been really watching the basketball because I live in New York. So it's been very exciting to see, but also very fascinating to watch the commentary. Because how many times in our lives do we listen to the commentary of other people and forget how we're playing the game? That everybody, it's fascinating to me that when people win or when people lose, people want to find somebody to blame. They want to blame, oh, it's so-and-so's fault because he took that shot. Or it's so-and-so, the ref's fault. You know, it's fascinating how quickly the world will come to a conspiracy theory. The games are rigged. I'm like, yes, the games are rigged in the favor of those who believe. The game is rigged in your favor based upon belief. Because think about it this way. Oh, okay, so let me get this straight. The whole organization is going to rig a basketball game and everybody on the team has to be a player in the game. See, it doesn't even make sense, but people will go with these conspiracies based upon what we see, based upon one call or one play or one shot. And we want to summarize the whole experience into that one moment. But how often do you do that in your own life? Where you look at one moment and you blame it. Oh, it was my mother's fault because she didn't let me take dance class. It was my daddy's fault because he didn't call me on my 13th birthday. You know, we're looking at one moment to blame for the entirety of the game and of the season. And that's the illusion. Because the truth is, you get what you believe. You get what you believe. So if you believe, you know, I was thinking about this. You know, he was at the line about to take the shots. And then, you know, he missed them. Because they got in his head the belief, can I make the shot? See, in those moments of pressure, you don't have time. This is why we practice. In the moments of pressure, you don't have time to think. It's got to be automatic. That's how we get off our game. Because it's easy when you're meditating and you're journaling and you're kumbayaing and you're holding your crystals and rubbing your forehead and smelling your Palo Santo and burning your sage. It's really easy to be in the energy. But it's when you're tested on the court and the game is on the line and there's 1.2 seconds and you got to make a play. That's when your practice comes in. That's when your heart comes in. That's when spirit comes in. See, I'm getting goosebumps now because so many times we think that we know best, but we're not trusting the universe. Because the universe and God knows better for me than I do myself. Because the universe knows all because I'm part of the all. And sometimes in my limited self, I think, well, this is what I want now. I want it now. And if I don't get it now, I'm going to be all upset. But maybe rejection is protection. Or maybe the lesson I need to learn is in the knocks that I take. See, sometimes you need a shake up for a wake up. Sometimes you think you know best, and the universe says, I told you. I've been telling you. The universe be tapping on your shoulder. Hey, you better listen. And you don't listen. And then it jerks you around. And you don't listen. And finally it knocks you down and you're like, oh, okay, I better listen. Because see, you got to learn how to stand up in those moments. But to stand up in the truth of who you are, not in the truth of who you thought you were back then. Or not in the truth of who you believe based upon what somebody else said about you. Because everybody got an opinion from the sidelines. Everybody got an opinion from the sidelines. It was a flagrant foul. They missed it, depending on which side you're looking from. See, because if you're on the team that's fouling, you're like, that's not a foul. And if you're on the team that's receiving the foul, you're like, oh, that's a flagrant too. Eject the guy from the game. Perception. We got to be mindful of our biases, of our tendencies, of our desires for what we want. But the good news is, I love the good news, is if you're aware of it, how about your bias for prosperity? How about believing in a bias toward the victory? Because that's what a belief is. That's how a team can be down every single game, but always come back and win because of belief. Because the power of our mind, the power of our heart, the power of our spirit is far greater than any circumstances against you. And so every day you have an opportunity to wake up and say, I am a champion. I made it this far, and the universe is only taking me further because I am always in expansion and creativity. So what am I expanding today? I was coming to work today, and in New York, they love to do these installations where they take just empty spaces that used to be a road and turn them into like a little park or something. The middle of Broadway. They try to put fake grass and umbrellas, and they even painted a little, like, it's like a blue sidewalk river thing with like seashells and stuff. And I'm like, it's very cute. And it just warms my heart, right? Because I see the people walking through the blue thing and they're following the path because the path was laid down for them. And so how many times do we unconsciously follow a path that was laid down for us by somebody else in the middle of the jungle, instead of saying, wait, is this the path I want to take? Is this the life I want to create? Is this the champion I want to be of? Do I want to be the champion of my life today? And if so, how do I create the victories that will lead me to the celebration, that will get me to the title? Because you make it up. You get to decide. Don't let anybody else tell you. Don't let the haters on the TikTok and or the bots. How many times you argued with a bot? You be arguing with somebody who's sitting in their dark room just there to instigate. But that's the practice. Because we have to discern and see where these things in our lives are getting in our way so that we can decide how we're going to stand on top of the mountain. Because every time, every moment of every day, there is success, there is victory, there is joy, there is love, there is gratitude, there is prosperity to be experienced. You just get to bring it to the party. So what are you bringing to the party today? What are you choosing to put in your consciousness, to put in your heart and take it with you? Are you going to bring some joy? Are you going to bring some judgment? Are you going to bring some acknowledgement and acceptance? Or are you going to bring a bag of anger and some chips of bitterness and criticism? Your choice. You get to decide. Me, I'm choosing to bring love, light, and joy to the party, because that's what I want to experience. And that's what I see in each one of you. So I celebrate you for being here. I celebrate you for all the little things in your life where nobody is throwing you a ticker tape parade. But you get up anyway and you say, I can do it. I am doing it. I am succeeding right now. Do not settle for less than you deserve, because God has brought you here for a reason, and God has a plan for your life. And so just remember that when it gets rough, all you got to do is ask, show me, what would you have me do today? And listen, but you got to keep that channel open and clear. And that's what we're here to do, is to practice clearing away that crud, those beliefs, those worries, those doubts that get in the way, that say, oh no, I can't do that. Oh yes, you can. Oh yeah, not only can I am. Not only will I am. Because whatever you put after I am, you are directing. So remember, I am a champion today. I am a victory today. I am the power of the divine today. Go to the mirror and look into your eyes and tell yourself the truth about who you are. Not who you thought you've been, or not what somebody else said about you, but who you truly are. And anchor in that every single day, in every single way, and watch how your life changes. Watch the victories that you thought were impossible come shining down on you. How you'll move through those obstacles, those 7'4" obstacles. You'll just go dribble around them, do a 360 and run right to the basket and score, because you are the victory. So I celebrate you. I honor you. I thank you for being here, and make today a glorious, magnificent day.